The Obsidian Codex, an excerpt of Episode 1, The Monks. From what I can tell, the old woman didn't make many attempts to connect with anyone beyond a scattering of cherished friends. Noting their absence with a sigh, I let myself drift into fitful sleep. In my dreams, the doorbell rang. I got up from my desk to answer. Standing on the porch of my home were my grandparents, hand in hand, smiling. Then they stepped aside, revealing my mother and father behind them. Covered in lacerations and burns, jagged bone-piercing skin, they each lifted a mangled hand to caress my face. "When will you join us?" they asked, voices thick with blood. "It is so quiet here in the House of Shades, still and gray and numb. We are waiting, all of us. Come soon, soon." I jerked awake in the gloom of the funeral home, heart thundering in my chest. What I saw next almost wrenched a scream from my lips. A hooded figure was sitting cross-legged in front of me. For a moment, the child inside of me was certain Laka had come to take Abuela's soul. Death herself, dark robes, hood obscuring the features of an emaciated face, bony hands clasped loosely in her lap. But then I blinked, and the illusion dissolved. It was just an old man in monastic garb, a monk. "Perdone," he said at my awakening shudder. "I did not mean to frighten you." "Not at all," I replied in Spanish. "I'm glad of the company. Did you know my grandmother?" He pulled back his hood, revealing the very creased face and rheumy eyes of an ethnic Nawa elder. His cheeks were sunken, his silver hair thin and patchy. He had the air of someone riddled with cancer or some other terminal disease. "Yes, I visited her often in her last days." He attempted a smile, more a grimace or rictus of pain than anything else. Most of his teeth were missing, his gums pale and covered in ulcers. I tried not to think of Abuela suffering under the gaze of such a ghoulish creature. "I worked with your grandfather, you see. Shared something with him." I leaned forward, attentive, even though the breath that wheezed from his chest was putrid, to say the least. "What?" I asked. "Something I never should have. Something that must remain hidden. That should be forgotten. Tell me, Dr. Kerr, do you have his journals?" The Obsidian Codex, a Mesoamerican cosmic horror podcast, coming February 14th, 2022.